What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to an episode of WNN. I'm your host, Massive Reporter, and today we'll be talking about the music production news. Not only are we going to be talking about NAMM news today, we're going to be talking about some other things that I missed while I was gone. I'm going to tell you guys about some of the best things I saw at NAMM, some of the worst things I saw at NAMM. As some of you may notice, I'm not actually here at NAMM right now. I was, but honestly, I was having too much fun. All right, guys, there it is. And there was way too many people to really record something like this while I was there. So let's just pretend like I'm still there, okay? Cool? Is that cool? So normally, you know how I do those bits where I cut to something else and, you know, it's like a joke or whatever. I think instead of doing that, I'm going to cut to some random, possibly funny footage from my NAMM trip. One of the coolest things I saw at NAMM was the OSMOSE EXPRESSIVE E. Now, this is not something new, but it's a standalone expressive synthesizer. And when they say expressive, it really is expressive. And when they say expressive, they also mean expensive. Money! So basically it's 49 keys, it's semi-weighted as well as gesture sensitive, meaning if you wiggle your fingers, you'll be controlling parameters, and that goes for each single note. So you can press, bend, shake, strum, and more to interact with keyboards and electronic sounds in a new organic way. So it really gives you more of the expression that you would maybe get from playing a guitar or something, except on a synthesizer. It has 500 presets, built-in MPE arpeggiator. Played one of these while I was there. I was rather impressed. It was one of the few things that I was actually shocked by. Like I said, there was information about it before, but I never got to actually play one. It's got polyphony of up to 24 voices. It's got MIDI in, MIDI out, USB type B. It's got audio outputs as well too. So you may be asking, how much does this thing cost? How much are we looking to spend on this? $1,800. Expensive, but you know, it does seem like it may be worth it. Personally, I mean, at least for me, from playing it, I didn't really experiment with the synthesis of it too much, but just the way it feels and the way you can perform with it, pretty dope. Pretty dope. So the current batch they're doing is estimated in September or October. I guess you pre-order it, you pay a small amount up front. You're not paying for the full thing up front, which is kind of nice. All right, next we'll be talking about the CASCADIA, or as Ab McCree likes to say, the CASCADIA.
We have IntelliGel CASCADIA.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I really could eat a CASCADIA right now. CASCADIA is an advanced performance-oriented semi-modular synthesizer that is incredibly tiny. Okay, maybe it's not tiny, but it's pretty small. It is probably one of the smaller modular synthesizers you'll ever run into. It's got 101 patch points, 34 sliders, 60 knobs, 28 switches, 5 push buttons, and 36 LEDs. 14 patch cables. How much do that thing be costing though? How much do it be costing? Just a quick little $2,000. So, you know, personally, if it was between this for me and the OSMOSE, I mean, I know they're very different, but if it's like, how am I gonna spend my $2,000? I'd probably spend it on the OSMOSE and then, you know, buy a Nintendo Switch with the remaining money or something. This thing is definitely a bit expensive. I'm sure it's pretty cool. Did not get to mess with this one. It comes out on May 20th. So it's got a mix of classic East and West Coast synthesizer blocks. It's got 2 precision analog oscillators, liquid sounding, 4-pole filters. Seems like it has quite a few options for something this humble in size, that is, not humble in price. It does look like a decent entry piece for anyone considering going into modular.
I'm on a live stream, so I can get my live stream going back, because I cut the live stream off. I cut the live stream off to answer the call.
So, wireless headphones. Wireless headphones. You guys may be like, oh, wireless headphones? Well, latency on that sounds terrible. So YAMAHA has these new WL500 headphones, but they're ultra high speed. From what I read, they get down to 4 milliseconds in terms of latency, which is much better than your average Bluetooth headphones. Now, is it perfect? No, it's actually usable. It seems like it could actually be usable for audio. Generally, a normal Bluetooth headphone will be at least 200 milliseconds. It has up to 9 hours of battery life. Semi-open design, reducing ear fatigue. Specifically optimized for musical instruments. I don't know what they mean by that. Some people may say 4 milliseconds doesn't sound too bad. Some people may say, oh, that's too much. I could see it going either way. It costs $560, which is kind of what you'd expect for something like this, in my opinion. But anyways, $560, kind of cool. Don't know if I'd spend my money on this, but I could see the use of it. Definitely an improvement in terms of Bluetooth and headphones. Okay, so Air Music Tech has this new reverb plugin, and it claims to be like no other reverb plugin. That has me thinking, like, does it sound different than other reverb plugins? Is it not even a reverb? Does it just sound like a compressor or something? What does that mean? It seems like it would existed before this. So let's hear how this sounds here. I got my hopes really high right now. Pitch controls, okay. It does seem like the modulation of it sounds pretty good. Wow, so they basically saw, you know, Unison audio plugins. They're like, animation. Yeah, we got you. We got some animation cooked up here. Add layers of sonic paint to your music with animation. What does that mean? gentle ripples, choppy stutters to pulsating beats. Okay, that's interesting. It does seem like they did innovate a little bit on reverb here. Also, it's only $49 in the moment, normally $99, and there's a 10-day trial. So, you know, can't really complain about that. This seems like they might be onto something here. They might be onto something here. Is it as good as we think it is, though? You guys have to try it for yourself. I will as well. Okay, let's bring in some funny news for a moment here. Let's get our on-the-street reporter. And by on the street, I mean on Twitter. Okay, some of you guys may have seen my recent video where I talked about the problem with AI, with Drake and the Weeknd song or whatever, how it got taken down. Apparently there was some other information around this as well too. Not exactly related, but sort of parallel. So apparently there was an AI cover of an Ice Spice song that featured Drake on the vocals instead. And Drake was quoted as saying, "This is the final straw, AI." So a lot of stuff's happened with AI. A lot of stuff getting copyright striked, a lot of stuff getting removed. All I'm saying, I'm not saying Drake did it, but I'm not saying Drake didn't do it.
You think this is a little bit annoying? Wait till you go to hell.
Okay, next we'll be talking about the ZYNAPTIC Orange Vocoder 4. It's coming out on May 1st. This version of it features a rewritten and expanded engine featuring 22 unique algorithms, including formant shifting, expansion, stereo operation, and more. Enough about that, let's hear what it sounds like. I'm guessing that wasn't it. That sounded not good though. I will say that. Give me the good shit. Where's the good shit?
Inject me in your bloodstream.
And here is a sawtooth wave. Awesome, huh? We call it the sawtooth. We spent 5 years to develop this waveform. It's really new.
That's huge. Good for them.
Nah, kidding.
It always deflates it when you say you're kidding. Don't say you're kidding, okay? Jokes are way funnier when you don't say you're kidding.
Inject me in your bloodstream. Feel me flowing
Daft Punk's losing their shit right now.
through your veins, cruising through your system.
It sounds really clean for what it's doing to it.
Inject me in your bloodstream. Feel me flowing.
Actually sick. Actually sick. It sounds, like I said, it sounds really clean. Oh, wait, we need to know how much that costs. The only thing that matters, really. It'll be available on May 1st. Everything's just coming out on May 1st. I don't know what's up with that. It looks like it's $179. Okay, so things have finally come full circle here. You know, the people who haven't experienced iPods may be like, these AirPods are great, but I really wish it had a screen. Fear not. That's happening. That's what's gonna happen. So we've just, you know, time is like just a circle. Wait, time is just a straight line. And in that line we have iPod touches, AirPods, and then we go back to iPod touches. It seems like it's coming in the near future. I think there's not too much more information on it. Will it be able to hold things on it? I don't know. All you need to know though, time is a continuous line. It's Glenn Fucker. Shit, I mean Fricker. In our next bit of news here, we'll be talking about the POLYEND Tracker Mini. No, that's not a calculator on the screen right now. I know it looks like one, but it isn't. Is it able to do calculations? Maybe. So many of you may know there's a POLYEND tracker, and it's something that has to stay plugged in order for you to use it. But they recently came out with the POLYEND Tracker Mini, which essentially runs off of batteries. It's a portable standalone audio workstation with 8 tracks to sequence stereo audio and MIDI. Audio over USB functionality, a built-in battery and microphone, gamepad quality buttons, and a host of sampling and sound design tools. With an improved user interface, more memory, stereo sampling, and performance enhancements, we've made it even more powerful. The Mini is only small in size. So I did actually get to see one of these at NAMM. I touched it a little bit, but it seemed pretty hard to pick up and just use on the spot like that. If anything, I was having more success with the larger version of it. I don't know where they were. The people at the booths were hiding or something though. Maybe they were too busy dealing with the drama. We'll get to that in a minute. So make sure you stick around for that, obviously. I need to feed my family. I have a bunch of POLYEND mini trackers and they can't eat this. I've tried. It's not working though. They won't eat it. I have a bunch of Casio mustard. They still won't eat the shit, okay? I spread mustard all over it. They still won't eat them. So personally, I'm not super into this just because like trackers kind of seem like a nightmare for me. But you know, maybe once you get used to it, it's not that bad. It does seem pretty nice to have a portable workstation like this though. It seems like it could be really nice. The price, you know, $699, it's pretty expensive, but from what I could tell, it seems like it does a lot. So it has a sample player, slicer and beat slicer, wavetable synthesizer, granular synthesizer, nice. Sample editor, sample loader, sample recorder, song. Okay, so I guess it's for when you're arranging song. Yeah, I'm trying to make songs. Reading it comes with songs. It's got the perform mode, mixing and mastering, pattern, instrument, parameters, and automation. So it seems like it has basically everything you'll need. Odd choice on the timing of that bell sound, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the pole sound. Okay, as trash as this song is, this is fucking cool. Okay, this is pretty sick. I'm fucking with this. Now, while this guy does look like a hipster and he looks like someone who may work for Teenage Engineering, he might be actually. He actually might be. Anyways, it's $6.99. You can pre-order it. They're shipping in July. Okay, next we'll be talking about... Hey, yo. Stress nut. You may say, oh, yeah, I get one of those out every single night in order to keep me from ending up on the news. Well, this is a different kind of stress nut. Also aimed to, you know, release your stress. Yeah. So this was also something I saw at NAMM. And what the fuck? What is an egg nut? Okay, so they have different ones here. It's basically like a fidget toy. I don't know. I personally would never buy this. Pretty fucking expensive. They have the wedding package with the fuck, which is 2 of them for $70. They have the jumbo ones. They got the egg nut. These don't look like the ones I saw at NAMM. The ones I saw at NAMM look a little bit different. What is this one? This one made of kryptonite? What the fuck is this? All right, well, they're selling plutonium on here. So, hey, FBI, if you want to take care of that, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm not giving you a tip here, but I'm not giving you a tip either here. They're definitely doing something here with these naming schemes here. I mean, they might as well just come out with it completely. Semen nut, the guy nut, nut in your hands. Like this one here, nut pineapple. The grip nut pineapple. Really, the grip nut pineapple. I actually would like one of these. They got more kryptonite. Okay, anyways. Ha ha ha. Really funny.
Who this is sick motherfucker on the mic though. I'm so sick and they call me psycho. Right flows, but this is official off the top. And I really don't care because the top shit's the hot shit.
Next, we'll be talking about something else I saw that was really cool at NAMM. Introducing SUPERPLATE, a new reverb from SOUNDTOYS. SUPERPLATE emulates the unique tonal character of 5 classic electromechanical plate reverbs. It has 3 different flavors of analog coloration, 2 solid state and clean. Features infinite decay time, nice, built-in pre-delay, expanded modulation controls, full-featured EQ for detailed tonal shaping, and a unique decay ducking option that adjusts decay time to avoid overlap or masking. Now, that's the one thing that really appealed to me here when I checked out their booth, is the fact that you can make it not overlap. There's not a lot of reverbs that do that, and it's very nice when you have a long reverb and you're playing chords and you want to make sure the next chord doesn't clash with the last chord. So it'll be sold for $149 or a trade up from Little Plate for $59. So it's set to be released in spring 2023, which is by my calculations now. It should be out pretty soon. So next thing I'll talk about is something pretty fucking stupid that I saw at the SPLICE booth. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't know about this. I guess it's been out since like late last year, but I didn't know about this. Apparently there's a feature on SPLICE where you can stack sounds and make a randomly generated beat. So it's like AI without AI generated beats with SPLICE loops. I mean, it's not AI, but they might be calling it AI. I don't fucking know. There's not a lot of information on this. I saw one post about it. Oh, apparently it does use AI. Ha ha ha. Very funny. It was kind of funny when I was there. I was like, why? Why would you do this? We got enough complaints about SPLICE already, man. This is not helping the brand. Maybe they were thinking like, we might as well make it before someone else makes it, which I guess that's a fair point. Okay, next we'll be talking about these Icon DAW controllers with a console-styled interface. Pretty snazzy here. Definitely really expensive. I don't think there's a price on it yet, but I can guarantee you this shit is gonna be a lot. So it includes the V1M, the V1X, the P1M, the P1X, the P1 Nano controllers, as well as the Icon Harrison 32CL USB-C audio interface, featuring Harrison preamps. It's not much else to say. You can control your DAW with it. This one features a jog wheel and a timecode display, has motorized faders. Nice, very nice. You get touchscreen control with 5 layers. You can control up to 3 DAWs at the same time. There's no price on it, but I can guarantee you it'll be thousands of dollars. He's the one who knocks. All right, next we're going to be talking about BITWIG 5. Will you believe this far into the video and I'm only just now talking about BITWIG 5? Website completely unreadable. Maybe it has something to do with my shit being set to dark mode. BITWIG Studio 5 introduces 5 new MSEGs. Developing the family of modulators and modules led to a major upgrade for our entire modulation system. In version 5, modulators can do more, like control track and project level parameters, and expand into pop-out windows. We also created new ways to perform live with our software and overhauled the browsers to make it easy to find what you need. So an MSEG is a multi-segment envelope generator. Segments is an envelope with global timescaling and loop modes. Use it as a grid and polymer module or as a modulator controlling any parameter. Curves is an LFO modulator and a grid module that can sync to the beat time or groove. So if you want to check these out as well as more features, you can beta test it now. Official release is planned for Q2 of this year, and it's a free update. I would explain it to you better, but I've barely ever used BITWIG, so I'm not going to pretend like I understand what is happening here. Panorama CSD MIDI controller. They hope to make music production a lot less about staring at a computer screen. I feel like I've heard that 1,000, maybe even 1,000,000 times at this point. So it's a channel strip controller, focuses on the bank of effects you have loaded per channel, but it can also navigate around your DAW's tracks and control many of its features. Interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing it'll be able to display the parameters of your device directly on the screen, and you can control it from there. Okay, this seems like it could be awesome.
Parameters going on here. If I switch to a,
I mean, really though, we're looking at a computer screen and then just moving it to a different little computer screen. So,
I know this is a compressor.
Cool idea, but does it really serve like a real purpose other than just moving it where you're looking from place to place? How much does it cost though? No idea. If it's said there, we're moving past it. We got way too many things to talk about.
Weaver is as tall as Tory Lanez is short.
Okay, next we're talking about INSTACHORD. Yeah, Guitar Hero controller comes to life, and it's well, it requires a $37,000 goal, so they need to meet this within the next 45 days. Basically, INSTACHORD is a thing for anyone to be able to play music. It seems like it's pretty cheap. Like, it's only $370, at least if you buy one of the cheap ones here, you know, before it actually comes out. It'd probably be more than that in the future if I had to guess. So I don't know. From the music I saw play with this, it's not super great. It's not great. Kind of a toy, but a toy that you can actually play music with. Is the music going to be creative or unique? Probably not. It has 10 hours of rechargeable battery life, 128 instruments. You know, maybe there's a way to make good music with it or creative and unique music with it. But at that point, you're probably better off just using not a real instrument, something that requires skill. Next, we'll be talking about the EMBODME. I don't know how you say it. Next, we'll be talking about the EMBODME ERAE Touch. It's a polyphonic MIDI controller, so they only have a few units left, shipping in April. Essentially, it's a light show. It's a MIDI light show. It seems kind of cool though. I don't know. It really did get my attention at NAMM, but is it really that great? I actually have no idea. Didn't get to play with it enough to really decide. So you can customize it, obviously, as you can tell by these pictures all up here. So you can control how it's set up with their app. It seems like it's got a 1 millisecond latency. Pretty good. Uses MIDI 2.0, also pretty good. It has 1,000 sensors on it. A little bit gimmicky, but kind of cool. See how much it costs. 700 euros, it seems like. A little expensive, but you would assume something like this would be expensive, so that's not too shocking. Okay, we got a free phase distortion plugin. Supports clap plugin standard. Not a lot of information on it here. It's free though. Go check it out if you want. Okay, next we'll be talking about the Sony MDR MV1s. So how high can you hear? 20 kilohertz? 15 kilohertz? What if I told you the frequency response of this goes up to 80 kilohertz? So I guess these are headphones for dogs. I don't really understand why they made it go that high or what the real benefit of that is. But the $400, apparently it's to make it easier for professionals to capture localization, spaciousness, and detailed changes in sound processing. Maybe I just don't understand this part. If anyone knows, explain it to me in the comments, please. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about here. We're back to the POLYEND mini tracker. Yes. Believe it or not, it's not in the way you're thinking about it. Some of you may have seen this already if you follow me on Twitter or if you follow Ben Jordan on Twitter. Okay, I'll try to give you the rundown here because we're missing some of the information here. But essentially, Ben Jordan received one of these POLYEND mini trackers a bit early, and I guess he was planning a video on it before it came out. So apparently SWEETWATER had leaked it, essentially ruining the surprise of it. Ben Jordan called them out for it, and Basically, they threatened to sue him. We don't have the first tweet anymore. Essentially, he removed it because he had respect for POLYEND. But here's the tweet that we do have. After removing a tweet as a courtesy to a small company I work closely with, who I personally felt was being bullied by a large retailer, SWEETWATER has doubled down and demanded I publicly apologize to them. SWEETWATER, from the bottom of my heart, suck my dick. Beautiful. Poetic. Yeah, Ben did not apologize to them. So, no public apology. SWEETWATER, kind of shitty people. I like that there. SWEETWATER. Ah, very nice.
They said CLA's belly button is a booty dude. His belly button stick out farther than his booty do.
Anyways, that's it for the news tonight, guys. This has been another episode of WNN. Thank you for watching the entire way. For everybody who likes this video, I will give you your very own NAMM show sign. Just like the video, and it'll come crashing through the wall, hitting you and killing you immediately. Kind of like the yacht did, so, make sure you do it. If you made it to the end of the video, comment whatever you want down below. If you want to continue supporting the channel, consider joining my Patreon, becoming a channel member, Discord, Twitter, second channel. I'll see you guys next time.